What's up, cool cats? But also, what's up, cool kittens? Don't think I forgot about you. We are back in the kitchen making another wonderful Disney treat. We are gonna make zebra domes. Now, I think I alluded to this in a previous video that I'd seen a recipe for this and been a little bit afraid of it, but what else do we have to do? We might as well do this. Let's make some zebra domes. Now, what's gonna be really cool about making these zebra domes is that I've never actually had them in the parks. They were on my list of things to try the next time I got to go. Who knows when that'll be? So even if they turn out terrible, I don't have a frame of reference for this. I'm just gonna say they're awesome no matter what happens, so. And it's just all chocolate and sugar, so it can't be bad no matter what I do, right? Right? I guess we'll find out. All right, so this recipe is insane. I used to kind of be a semi-professional cook, but baking was never my strength. But the first step seems easy enough. We just gotta melt down this milk chocolate. So we're gonna throw it in the ye old microwave. Nuke it for about 30 seconds at a time, stirring in between so it's all good and melted. Bang. Oh my goodness. Should we just eat this bowl of chocolate? Just scrap the rest of the recipe and just eat this? No, let's press on. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Next up, we have to whip this here heavy cream into soft peaks. Now, if you've ever whipped whipped cream before, especially if you ever whipped whipped cream at Jim and Nick's, you know it's dangerous. If you whip it too much, brother, you got dessert butter, and you do not want dessert butter. Do not do that. Let's whip this cream up. So a storm's rolling through right now. You can see the power is kind of flicking on and off, making it really not a great time to try and cook something. So hopefully we'll get a little power back soon. I think the whipped cream was just about ready at the time, but holy crap. Shot of this. I didn't shut the door, just then the wind just pulled it shut. We'll try to get this cooking back going in a little bit. Power's back on, but it's been flickering. I think I heard a loud bang. Could have been a transformer blowing out. Hopefully power will stay on. We can resume making zebra domes. Hope at the time this all hit, if you're in the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area, hope you're well. Hope the worst of it is past. Crazy times. All right, so the power's been back. It's been holding steady for a little bit of time, so I think we're okay. So I'm gonna try to get this done before all the food goes to waste or the power goes out again. Let's get back into it. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the cake portion of the zebra domes. Cake kind of forms the base of it, so I'm gonna throw some cake in the oven. Show you what we're working with here. We've got a basic Betty Crocker super moist yellow cake. We're just gonna bake this following the directions, and then at some point in time, we'll throw this into the mix with the rest of the stuff. So, no explanation here, just gonna follow the directions. All right, so the cake's in the oven. So now we're gonna move on to some other steps we need to do. The next thing we're gonna do is we got 5 egg yolks. That's the yellow part of the egg separated from the egg white. So we got rid of that healthy part of the egg and just kept this part. we're gonna take those 5 egg yolks, add about 1/4 of a cup of sugar. You know what? Maybe still just a little bit more in there. Why not? Why not more sugar? Whoever said there's too much sugar in something? Nobody's ever said that. And we're just gonna take and just kind of blend that up all good. Oh yeah, ooh, that looks delicious. Nothing like egg yolks and sugar. A lot of people say that's their favorite meal to eat. All right, so here's where we're at. We need 1/4 of the cup of that coffee that I'm brewing right now. We're gonna mix it in with this liqueur. Sorry, I don't partake in alcohol normally, but the recipe calls for it, so. And then we're gonna take that and we're actually gonna blend it in with this, which is flavorless gelatin dissolved into some water. Gonna get a nice little mixture of those 3 components going here. I think the coffee's just about ready. And this is espresso style coffee, so good and fresh, you know. If you're needing to pick me up at 6:36 at night after a thunderstorm, this is calling your name. Pretty cool mug too, right? Right, so we've got our gelatin, liqueur, coffee. Stir that all up, make a nice little mixture. Once again, kind of feel like maybe I would just drink this or eat this on its own. Maybe not. Flavorless gelatin doesn't sound too good. I don't think that's going to be very tasty. All right, so the next thing our instructions tell us to do is to fold 1/3 of the whipped cream in with the chocolate. So we're gonna do that here. It's gonna require me to do a little bit of guesstimation on about what 1/3 of this whipped mixture looks like. Yeah, it looks about right. Looks pretty close to 1/3, I would say. Let's just get to folding. Make a nice little chocolate whip-a-crema mixture down in the bottom of the pan. BT dubs, the timer for our cake just went out, so that's about ready to come out of the oven. Gonna check that as soon as I get this good and blended. All right, so now we've got a good blend of the whipped cream and the milk chocolate. Now we're gonna add that combo of egg yolks and sugar we put together a little bit earlier. Drop that down in there. Okay, that thing I said about the individual elements looking good to eat on their own, I take that back when it comes to this egg yolk and sugar. This looks disgusting. I'm gonna knock that all in. More blendiness, folding it all into itself till it's a good chocolatey blob of deliciousness. Keep on stirring, keep on stirring. All right, so now we put in the gelatin, coffee, and liqueur. Keep on stirring, mix that up good. Yeah, buddy. All right, now we put in the rest of the whipped cream. Just drop that bad boy down in there. Plop on in, plop on in. More here. Scrape every last little bit we can out. Make this nice and super creamy. And guess what? We're gonna stir and fold it in, fold it in, fold it in. All right, so now we have a mousse. Seems a little thinner than I would have expected it to be, but oh well. We're gonna power ahead to the next steps, which is to put this into there. All right, so we've got the mousse poured into the dishes. This one turned out a little bit better in terms of messiness than this one. This one was a disaster. So the next thing we're supposed to do is cut some pieces out of the cake and place it into the dishes. Now, once again, I don't know for sure, but I feel like the mousse is a little bit thinner than it was supposed to have been, but we're pressing on. We're gonna figure out what happens. Or maybe we'll just eat the cake. To be determined. All right, so I'm using a shot glass to cut out the circles of the cake. Get a nice little circle there. Cookie cutter would probably be better, but we don't actually have any cookie cutters. So just dropping that right in. Get another little circle there. Come on. Come on out. Drop you there. All right, come on, come on, come on. So we got plenty of yellow cake left over, so if this turns out terrible, just eat on this all night. Because that turned out good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so our next instruction is to take these pans, which not sure if we did this right at all. Kind of looks like a disaster, but a beautiful disaster, if you will. But these are supposed to go in the freezer to let them sit and kind of solidify, so we're gonna give that a shot, see how it turns out. All right, so we let the Zebra Domes sit for quite a while. I actually got a little distracted. I ate dinner, I was watching The Last Dance, and then it just kind of occurred to me like, oh man, I got those things in the freezer. So let them sit a little bit longer than maybe I had intended to originally, but I think it's okay. They seem to have set better than I thought they would. So the next steps for a little chocolate and a white chocolate ganache that are gonna go on them. But first we kind of got to get them out of the pan, which this is maybe gonna be more challenging than what I had maybe thought. So we'll see how this goes, getting these out of the pan. I kind of did one as a test already and it was a little bit, didn't quite come out cleanly. The recipe I'm actually working off of said to use like a flex pan, which we didn't have, so I just used like a basic, metal cooking dish. So maybe if this was more of like a silicone flexible thing that you could kind of pop them out of, they'd come out a little cleaner than what they'll probably come out for me. Yeah, they're coming out, but they're not exactly coming out in nice formed domes. So they look, not terrible. Like they've got a shape to them. They've got a solidity to them that I kind of did not expect them to. So we're gonna pop these out and we'll top them and go from there. All right, so you can kind of see how they look right now. Obviously not the clean round dome look you'd want, but honestly, better than I thought. You can see we kind of had to scoop them out with a spoon, so kind of left some remnants behind and come out as cleanly as we'd like, but not terrible, not the worst, not as bad as I was expecting. So we'll see. We're still going on. We still got to top them and get that final layer on there, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so this is the finished product of the domes. Like I said, not pretty, not very fun to look at right now. Chef Gordon Ramsay would not be happy with the presentation on these, but honestly turned out better than I thought they would when I put them in the freezer earlier. So the next step is we're gonna put the ganaches on. We're gonna start with the white chocolate. That's gonna be kind of the main layer. And then we're gonna make stripes with the dark chocolate, hence Zebra Domes, That's where the name comes from. Duh. So let's do that. Okay. So this white chocolate, very thin. I don't think it's quite formed the way it was supposed to. Kind of the story of this whole thing, but can't say we didn't try at least. Definitely tried. Ooh, yeah, this is definitely not probably what it looks like at Disney World. Yeah. Okay. This is terrible. This just looks like I'm pooping on top of these, to be honest. Can't wait to get a good shot of this, of how I just drop some turds on each of these. So it felt like we were almost close on the actual domes, the cake part, but the ganaches, however close we came on the main parts of the domes, the ganaches just went off the tracks. The white chocolate somehow was too thin, and the dark chocolate is too thick, and just looks like little poops on top of all the quote-unquote zebra domes that are definitely not zebra domes. This is a complete and total absolute failure. All right, so there you have it. There is one step left. These do have to go in the refrigerator. We let them chill and let them set. So I don't know. Maybe after they go in the refrigerator for a little while and set, maybe they'll come out actually looking like zebra domes instead of, I don't even know. This was started off so well, and even after the dome parts didn't look so good, I had hope, but it appears the ganaches is where we just completely went off the rails. So, but we're gonna try. We're gonna put them in the refrigerator and we're gonna see how they turn out from there. All right, so the zebra domes are in the refrigerator, chilling and setting. Between everything that's gone on tonight, it's actually gotten to be pretty late, so I'm gonna give them the night to set, and maybe some Disney magic will creep in and they'll actually turn into real zebra domes by the time I pull them out of the fridge tomorrow and give them a shot. But I mean, from tasting stuff as I was going along, everything tastes okay. I think it just kind of looks like crap is how it's going to turn out, but we're not going to check the final product till tomorrow, but you'll get to see the final product now, because I'm going to just put in what I do tomorrow into the video right now. So by the time you see me telling you that I'm not going to taste it tomorrow, you'll be a few seconds away from seeing me tasting it tomorrow, and I've got lost. I don't know where we are in the time vortex. I think I'm unstuck from time. I don't know how this happened. But by the time you see me again, I'll be tasting zebra domes. Okay, it is in fact the next day. We have time traveled. Let's check the fridge, see if some Disney magic happened overnight and fixed our zebra domes. The answer is no. Oh me, oh my. That looks like a mess. But we're gonna have to taste it. We didn't come this far to just look at them, so let's see if they taste better than they look. Oh boy. All right. Let's see how these monstrosities turned out. Not exactly a healthy, wholesome breakfast this morning, but bone apple teas. I mean, it's not terrible. It's chocolate mousse and some cake. Definitely not what it's supposed to be. It's not terrible. It's not something that I'm going to be keeping around and eating the entire batch of, though, but we tried. Jess! What? Do you want to try one of the zebra domes? If you can't hear, she said no, they look like cat turds. So. So that's it for today. Unfortunately, this Disney cooking at home experience was a failure, but I will not stop. I will continue, for the content gods demand it. If you know what I messed up, where I went wrong, have any suggestions for how I could have done it better, throw those down in the comments below. Maybe we'll come back and try this again. If you'd like to see me if you'd like to see me try something easier that I can actually pull off, suggest that in the comments down below as well. Give me a thumbs up, just because I need it right now. After this experience, I could use all the encouragement I can get. Make sure, if you haven't done so already, you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the next time I turn a delicious dessert into a pile of cat poop. Ring the bell for notifications also to make sure you don't miss those videos, though I'm sure will be highly entertaining. You also could have seen me die in this video. Don't forget, there was a massive storm that happened in the middle of this video. That's probably what went wrong. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. Dang, I figured it out. The storm messed it all up. If it hadn't stormed right in the middle of me making this, these would have been perfect. Good job, Matt. All right, well, if it weren't for that storm, this would have worked out a whole lot better, but we will move on. But as we move on, remember, do not stand so close to me, because I probably smell like zebra domes. #blame the storm.